Hey everybody, what's decent? So this is part 2 of the backflip bootcamp, where I'm going to show you how to clean up your backflips and take you to the next level. Don't forget to check out the first episode of this series. I'm going to put the episode link in an annotation or maybe in the card or however. Check the description section down below. But let's get right into this new lesson. So the first step to cleaning up your backflips is to learn all the proper techniques. The very first thing that you do when you're doing a backflip is you throw yourself off balance and you're basically jumping out of the fall. But how do you know when to jump out of the fall? Let me show you how it's done. So basically what you have to do is, as you're falling, you have to use your arms to catch yourself to maintain a little bit of balance so that you can jump at the perfect time every time. It's the same as when you're sitting in a chair and you're leaning back and you're balancing with your legs. So here's what we're going to do first. So as you saw, I basically bent my legs and fell back, and then I caught myself with my arms and then my legs after that. Once you can control how you fall and you can get it right every single time, we take it to the next level. Basically what you're going to do in this exercise is maybe take 1 or 2 steps away from a wall or the side of a house or whatever you have, and you're basically just going to toss yourself back and catch yourself with your arms against the wall. Let me show you. So when you can do that without crashing into the wall, when you can control how you're falling and catch yourself with your arms, that means you have the technique down pat. So that's basically the first obstacle that people have when they're learning to do backflips. They kind of just toss themselves over and use their arms and their strength basically to toss them over, instead of making it easy for themselves and just catching themselves jumping out of a fall. So the first step is to catch yourself jumping out of a fall, number 1. Number 2, a lot of people, they put their hands and feet too far apart, and that takes up too much of your momentum when you're doing a round off, back handspring, back tuck, and things like that. So let me show you how to remedy that issue. This is the solution. So you basically just take any old belt that you have, put it about shoulder width apart or so, and the first thing you're going to do is put this around your feet so that your legs don't go too far apart. Once you take care of your feet, next, you put it on the hands. So now that we got the first part down, the next part that you need to pay attention to is what I call the LOL. And that's basically keeping your head in between your arms. And I call it LOL because this is the L, this is the O, and this is the L. So when people start out doing backflips for the first time, they have a tendency to look at the ground to see what they're doing. And the reason that's a problem is because it encourages you to arc your back and do a lot of things that helps you, or that takes away from your momentum. So basically the way you can break that habit is when you go to do a backflip, look at a spot behind you and then say to yourself, I'm going to look at that spot when I do my backflip. So when you go to do the backflip now, instead of looking at the ground, you're actually like this, looking for that spot that you said you were going to look at. So practice those techniques, take your time, and you're pretty much all set with your back handsprings. Then you can combine them with some round-offs and, concatenate them and, put some really good flips together. But start with that for now. One thing to note when you're doing your round-off back handsprings is a little bit faster than just standing there and doing a back handspring. So what you want to do is practice doing your round-off into the fall and practice catching your balance that way. So that's the lesson for today. Share, rate, favorite, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below if you have any questions or anything like that. And our next lesson, well, anyways, I'm getting too old for this stuff, so I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Take it easy.